So, Brendan, let me start with you. You heard the coach say we're making this change because we think it gives us the best chance to win this early. Is it the best move?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that has to be done. We're expecting more out of Freeman, coming off of the most yards he's thrown for in his career, 4,000 yards last year, the most touchdowns last year in his career, 27. And then you come out this year and he's having the worst season of his career. So you'd expect more from him. And it seems like the players don't like Freeman, the players don't like the coach doesn't like the quarterback, and it's just a fiasco there. And you go back to him being demoted and actually not earning a role as captain this year, whereas he was in the past. So there's something more going on there, some off-field stuff, some on-field stuff, and hopefully they'll get a boost now by changing the quarterback.
No, you're right. I think we talk about a quarterback change right now. I think if they don't get this dysfunction turned around the next 7-8 weeks, there could be a coaching change at the end of the season too. Right now, everything out of Tampa Bay has been about dysfunction. There's always some kind of drama, whether it's with the quarterback, the head coach, whether it's staff in the medical facility. That might not have anything to do with football on Sundays, but there's a lot going on, a lot on their plates right now in Tampa Bay. And the thing with Josh, I played against him as a rookie in 2009. He was so talented. I saw he had command of the huddle, and we haven't seen an upward trend in his skill set the last couple of years, especially on the leadership side. It's been like a downward sloping program for him last couple of years, and this year more than ever. So is it time for a change? Perhaps.
Yeah, well, listen, he doesn't deserve to be on the field anymore. It's really that simple.
Really?
When you look at how he's played this year, he has yet to complete 50% of his passes. When you've got Mike Williams, when you've got Vincent Jackson, when you've got a running back like Doug Martin, and you got a pretty decent offensive line. I know the tight end's got issues, but there's enough weapons out there. I don't think about plays. I think about players, and they've got good players. Now, I think part of it is they've kept him in the pocket so much, and it's almost been paralysis. I mean, you remember playing against him. Josh Freeman out of the pocket was like Ben Roethlisberger, a tough sack. Guys were dripping off of him. And now he's wanting to do everything out of the pocket. So is Glennon going to give him a better chance to win? Possibly. He's still very, very young. Now, it's a good time to make the change because you look at the Arizona Cardinals, their opponent here in Week 4. They've lost all their pass rushers to injured reserve. Now, the whole trade thing with Josh Freeman, there is nobody trading for Josh Freeman with an $8.5 million paragraph 5 salary. That is not happening unless somehow you could work out a contract with Josh Freeman that would be easy to absorb financially. I don't think he's going to be willing to do that, so I think the Bucs are stuck with him.
Well, and he's a free agent after this year. There was a lot of talk, and maybe that had something to do with his attitude that they didn't sign him to a long-term deal. They saw what happened with Sanchez in New York, got Tannenbaum fired. General Manager Mark Dominic, this decision made with ownership in mind. I actually have worked preseason games covering both of these guys with guys like Rondé Barber and John Lynch, who've been on this show, Fox Football Daily. And I think Buck fans, Scott, are saying, wait a minute, we're 0-3, you're already going to a third-round quarterback here. What does that say for the season? Are we packing it in already?
That's the thing with stuff like that. I don't think coaches or players ever pack it in, especially this early in the season. I know what kind of message this sends to the fan base. Sometimes the media jumps on board with that. But when you're a player and you step across the white lines, you want to compete every single week. And in many respects, this can help galvanize a team. A change like this mid-season, this early in the season, can galvanize the players. Believe it or not.
I think they get a win this week against Arizona. They're playing good defense on that side of the ball. And I think they're going to have Glennon schooled up enough to get the ball out quick. And again, Arizona does not have the pass rushers to really get after him on those 5- and 7-step drops.
And the thing with Glennon is he's got his BA and he's got a master's as well. He did this all while he was, in his 4 years in school. And you look at some of the unmeasurables, some of the intangibles, and one of his minors comes in leadership. And this is something that this team is lacking, is leadership. And you definitely need that out of your quarterback position. So maybe this is something that'll show up on Sunday and help galvanize this team.
And you just saw in the reel, he's also got the longest neck in history. You see that thing? It's unbelievable.
I'm not going for his ear hole. I'm going for his ear.
He is
that, baby.
Well, at least the Bucs are getting taller. He's 6'6", and Glennon is 6'7", so they're moving in the right direction in that regard.